What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel here with Apex Zoid. I hope you all are doing well. So, this video is all about the top 5 legends of Season 7. There is one main thing that I wanted to clear up before I officially begin the list. That thing is that the legends you play with are your personal preference, so continue to play them. I do not encourage you to play the legends that are present in this list. If you're having fun with a character which is not in this list, continue to play it. The list that I have made is from data from the map of Olympus and research of different content creators, websites, and Reddit. I've also asked many different people for their opinions, and this is the end result that I have got. So, quick interruption before we begin. It would be much appreciated that if you end up enjoying the video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to stick around, then hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications because now I will be uploading weekly Apex content as well as news and updates. So, sorry again for the interruption. Let's get on it. Without further ado, let's begin the list. Beginning the list from number 5 is Lifeline. Now, Lifeline is a well known legend in all kinds of gameplay style, be it public, ranked, or even competitive. Lifeline shines because of her revivability, which really puts pressure on the team fighting the Lifeline. Essentially, a down player will get revived again and again with the quote unquote magic touch and still have a shield protecting him. This really pushes the opposite team to make some bad choices, especially in ranked, as people look to get the eliminations. Along with that, the map of Olympus is open. So let's say a friendly player gets knocked down while rotating. So your lifeline will be able to pull off a revive in the open, right at that spot, because she can create a temporary cover for the whole team. This will allow you to res the teammate as well as pop some heals and stuff after fighting the team which essentially knocked down your player. Lifeline's ultimate, the care package, can give you and your team with high tier loot and sometimes even armor at the start of the game. But armor at the start isn't all that common, especially in the first few care packages. Maybe in the second or the third one, the armor comes into play. Personally, the care package does not help mid game as everyone is pretty good on loot and health and armor. It is really put to the side by Loba's Black Market bouquet, which now covers a larger area, so you can pick up essential loot from a specific point of interest. But during the end game, particularly in the late circles, especially those which close on an open piece of land, Lifeline's care package can give you a slight advantage over the enemy team. If you have seen people use the trident as cover, you know what I'm talking about. You and your team will have the only available cover behind that care package. A good point to remember is that Lifeline's care package actually adds to the loot. It does not take loot from the loot pool of the match. This means that when you're fighting endgame, you might be the only team with enough health. At number 4, we have our big boy Gibraltar. Now, Gibraltar fills all the roles needed to play on Olympus. He has great offense, great defense, and great support, no doubt. His passive, the gun shield, allows you to stay in fights just for a bit longer, and this can make a huge difference on the outcome of the fight. In some situations, the gun shield may be the thing you need to clutch up and avoid getting sent back to the lobby. His tactical, the dome shield, can allow you to provide cover for the whole team while rotating, and you can revive teammates mid fight in the open. One thing to note is that now he is the only character which can provide you with faster healing in his dome shield, making it less time consuming to heal up and get back into the fight. I don't know what to feel about Gibraltar's ultimate. I mean, it's a good ultimate. It can prevent the enemy team from pushing a dome shield or a piece of cover if you are reviving a teammate or healing up. It can provide safe rotations, and in some cases, it can drive people out of cover. But other than that, it is a pretty easy ultimate to avoid. It makes a big sound while dropping and it marks the area. It is a powerful tool to stop third parties from storming an area right after a fight. Gibraltar's kit essentially provides the team with a few extra seconds to rearm and regroup and regain their bearings or to clutch up. Moving it on to number 3, we have Bloodhound. With a Bloodhound on a team, it becomes sort of impossible to run away from that fight, unless, of course, you are a movement based legend like Pathfinder, because the Bloodhound will track you down. Put it like this: you just ran away from an enemy team, both of your teammates are dead, and you find a pretty neat hiding spot, so of course you hide there. Now, the first two people of the enemy team just pass by, they don't look at you or whatever. But the Bloodhound, even if he pulls up a wrong scan, an accidental scan, you are exposed and you are sent back to the lobby. Bloodhound's passive provides the team with early information, so the team is mentally ready to get into a fight. And trust me, being mentally ready produces much better outcomes. His tactical allows the team to make good choices as it tells you the number of people fighting. So, if there are three squads already fighting, just don't run in headfirst. It's not worth it. Trust me. Because of its increased range, the tactical can now warn you about third parties early, so you can prepare to fight or to retreat. His ultimate is the best part about his abilities. With better movement and shorter cooldown for the tactical, Bloodhound literally becomes the predator. A good Bloodhound will constantly harass the team with shots or even just eliminate them straight away.
Reloading. Trust in the All Father. We're all outside of the ring.
Now, before I move on, I think that many people already know the top two legends of the game. So I think it's a good time to put out an honorable mention. And the honorable mention is Revenant. Now, before I go on talking about Revenant, I just want to put out a little statement. Revenant could use a small buff. The power of Revenant's kit really lies in his ultimate. The Death Totem allows for really good team pushes, especially when there are a lot of squads fighting. You can go in, guns blazing, and if you reach critical health, you will respawn back at the totem, which will allow you to regroup, rethink your strategies, and then play the fight out. If used correctly with good team communication, and I mean good team communication, a single Revenant ultimate can be used to finish off a whole squad. Revenant's tactical is also a really good ability which can be used during the battle. Silencing movement based legends prevents them from fleeing the battle. Lifeline, Mirage, and Gibraltar all lose their special revive ability, but it could use some changes. It is a little ineffective these days. His passive allows to crouch walk faster and be a little silent while doing it. I mean, it is a good ability, especially when you're alone, as you can spy and get close to an enemy team. Other than that, it's not all that effective. The climbing walls faster ability is not that useful, as with the addition of Horizon, you can get to the same point much faster. Now, Revenant is a pretty good legend overall. He could use some buffs. He is possibly the most underrated legend in the game right now. He has the second lowest win rate, being just ahead of Rampart. So I suggest that after this, you go give him a try. I am not forcing you to do this at all, it is entirely up to you. Moving it on to number two, we have Pathfinder. Oh, yes, the Frontier's happiest robot is rocking this place since season 1. Why? Because he is the master of movement and the king of rotation. No other legend has this type of moving capabilities. Although his passive was useful, now all recall legends can scan beacons, so he could use a rework. But his tactical and ultimate are the reason people love him. With the grapple, you can enter and exit fights easily or run away or rotate easily. You can make your own way around obstacles on any map or just straight up climb them. His ultimate is the ultimate squad repositioning tool. It can be placed almost anywhere. You want to rush into a fight or get out of it. You could use the zip line. You want to cross some part of the map which cannot be crossed. Use a zip line. You want to retreat or rotate. You could use a zip line. And don't forget, the cooldown will reduce by 10 seconds when you scan a survey beacon, and the ultimate will be instantly ready. The movement Pathfinder provides for his team is mind blowing. Just a little rework to his passive will do the job. At number 1, with no surprises, we have the loved, prized possession of high level players around the world, Wraith. I mean, does she even need explaining? Her kit is not only beneficial to her, but the whole squad. She can call out enemies you aren't aware of, so you don't get shot in the head by a cribber. She can get in and out of fights with her tactical, which makes her invincible for a short time, and rotate her whole squad from point A to point B without getting shot. Her hitbox size makes her harder to hit, although the developers are looking to change this in Season 8. Nowadays, you can even kidnap people with your ultimate. I mean, some people may not be surprised by this, but on the other hand, many people may be surprised by this. So I am putting out a warning. Be cautious. You might get kidnapped. And trust me, it is not a good experience. Her ultimate will allow you to save down teammates and get them behind cover. She can be the sole survivor of a squad by getting out of any situation, and her passive helps her to avoid getting absolutely harassed by an enemy team. She is the prized possession of any squad, and if used correctly with good team communication, she can be the difference between victory and defeat. So, yeah, in my opinion, these were the top 5 legends of Apex Legends Season 7 on Olympus. Again, I am mentioning that these don't matter and you should play the legend that you feel most comfortable with, as everyone has their own advantages. So, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and for more future content about Apex generally, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out a lot. Share this video with your friends so they can check these legends out for themselves. I hope you all are staying safe, and until next time, it has been Zoid, and I'm out.